Put a little bit of oil on the top, because obviously we're frying here. Any old oil will do. Hygienically mix it around, like that, and maybe a little bit more, just for good measure. And then whisk that around as well. And then, put the lights up a bit. And then, you have to get an egg. So you can't really, I can't really do it over there because come on, Stefan, words. Because the camera is above the base, so I would just burn the camera. So what you do is you take an egg. Hope these aren't rolling in everybody. Everywhere. And then you put the egg into your little container. Like so. And this is the point at which one needs to concentrate. I've done this on a live TV program before, and it went up in flames, which wasn't great. And the trick is to not talk to your co-presenter while you're doing it, because then you will look away and you'll forget that the egg should be above the flame. So, now all the scientists here, you should be able to tell me what's going to happen and why. Anyone know what's going to happen? Come on! I'll tell you what's going to happen. We're going to denature some proteins. So I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of smoke whisking off. I think we'll show that. So yeah, so I did this on a show called Something for the Weekend, which I was pouring some book that I'd recently written on. And there's a bloke called, I can't remember his name, but he's a sort of football mad bloke. I really couldn't care less about football, but I do live quite next to Arsenal. And he was banging on about Arsenal, so I started sort of chatting to him about it, and looking over to him. And the trick of frying an egg on a piece of paper is the egg has to be above the flame. If the egg is not above the flame, then you're not cooling the paper down fast enough. So basically, the paper will conduct the heat through to the egg. The egg will effectively conduct its coolness. You could explain this much better than I can. Conduct its coolness through to the paper. Basically, eventually, this piece of paper will start burning, but only when the egg itself is ready to burn. So you can fry an egg on a piece of paper. So and the same thing happens, but this is the really weird thing what Bob did, and I didn't believe this would work at all, but you can put a plastic bottle of water. I'll take one of those sort of little half-litre bottles of water, and you can put the whole bottle into the burning embers of a fire, and the water inside the bottle will boil before the bottle melts. Now, this is one of those things, I don't know if you've done this yourselves, but again, it's about convection of the water. The water starts moving around. Once it's hot, obviously it will start moving up, and you'll get a flow of the water moving around. And eventually, it will start to boil. You need to look quite closely, because you'll start seeing little bubbles on it. And obviously, the bottle will start to come under quite a lot of pressure. And if you don't get it quickly, then the whole thing will explode, which is not good when you're trying to make a children's TV program. You've got 5 kids looking at it really, really closely. So you've got to look really closely and take it off before too many bubbles start forming. You should really use one of those little pressurized bottles, so use a mineral water bottle in the first place. And it's the sort of same sort of principle, I guess. You know, the water, the bottle will eventually melt, but only after the water has become hot enough. Now, there's only so long you can watch somebody fry an egg. So I think, come on, give me a round of applause for that. So, the point is this. You've got